Honorable Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, Honorable Union Minister of State for IT and Communication, Honorable Minister for IT, Government of J&K, Pathak, Ravi and Prakash, and all the dignitaries, invitees. It's really my pleasure and privilege to be here participating in the inaugural session of this very important, I would say, event happening in J&K. I think the idea of Pathak, which he has mentioned earlier, that he wants to make a difference now through this event. He wants to make a good and big beginning in that direction. I think it's quite laudable and quite timely, I would say, because J&K has a tremendous potential and tremendous capability to achieve. It is already well known for the fields of tourism, handicrafts mainly, but I personally feel that there is a tremendous potential for development of IT sector in this state. This morning, the Honorable Minister of State and I were spending a couple of hours in the NILIT Center in the outskirts of Srinagar. Really, the kind of enthusiasm we have seen there, the energy we have seen there, the vibration we got there is really worth mentioning here. Why I am mentioning it here in this context is that it is, at the end of the day, it is the youth, educated youth, which is the future of this country and this state, which we have seen a very good sample of that this morning in NILIT, and an excellent facility which is running, which is one of the best NILIT centers in the country, I would say. Sir, I think this is only an indication to us that what is possible. When you have started some initiative like NILIT Center, it is one of the most successful in the country. And why not, in a bigger way, that IT industry should come to J&K and create the employment opportunities and develop the state. And in the NILIT Center itself, there is a scope for and there is a need for adding further infrastructure. The Honorable Minister of State has been requested by the organization that there is need for hostels for both boys and girls because they are commuting from a long distance, and other infrastructures like additional classrooms and all, and so on. So it is absolutely essential, and as DAITY will be very, very happy to facilitate it in the very near future. Secondly, there is also a request and a demand for starting a sub-center of NILIT in Leh, which is also a far-flung area, and that is also a very needy requirement, and it shall be done. As far as DAITY is concerned, we have been pursuing a set of new policies for the last 2 years, namely the IT policy, which was approved last year in August. And the focus of that policy is to promote 3 things, which are all relevant for J&K. Number 1, to promote Tier 2 and Tier 3 towns. And we have definitely Srinagar and Jammu fitting into that criterion. The need to promote MSMEs, which is also quite ideal for J&K. And third is to create incubation centers by giving proactive incentives in that direction. That is also required in an incipient state, nascent state where IT is nascent here. I think incubation is a good thing to do. You will have a number of startups and thereby they grow into bigger companies later. Sir, we will assure you the Honorable Chief Minister that because of the proactiveness of the state government, will be behind fully with you to develop the state into a major IT center very soon. The second aspect, second policy is the electronics policy, where we are looking at the production, manufacturing to the tune of $400 billion, which is going to be the demand for electronics in this country by 2020. And 90% of that is getting imported today. So which is really an unsettling and not a very honorable fact for India as a country. So our policy, electronics policy, is geared up in different directions to improve the manufacturing base in electronics. We have the electronic manufacturing cluster scheme, where we want to, through which we want to promote 200 electronic manufacturing clusters. A cluster is nothing but 7 to 10 units coming together and establishing the necessary infrastructure, for which Government of India will provide 50% subsidy up to about 50 crores for each cluster. So I would encourage the Secretary IT to explore the possibility of locating 1 or 2 clusters, because the climate here is, fortunately, God has given such a great climate to us. Electronics need that kind of weather conditions, and which is ideal here. Why not exploit that? So that is one submission I would like to make on this occasion. And we have also, for the individual units, we have 20-25% capital subsidy. So I would suggest that 7 to 10 units, if we can identify, promote investment into electronics, that will be really good at this point of time. Third element of the electronic policy is HRD, human resources required for the shop floor in large numbers. It's highly employment generating in nature. So the Neelit Center, this morning also we have discussed that will be realigned, the additional courses which will help electronics segment, not merely IT, but electronics would also be added to the Neelit teaching courses. And briefly about the e-governance, I am happy that a number of initiatives, both pursuing of national initiatives like e-district and state data center, are going on here, but there is miles to go still, not only in J&K but several states. The need for proliferating the use of IT across various departments is very important. If we have to, in a way, help the economic development of the country and create of the state and create the employment potential through IT investments, IT companies coming here, government has to show the way. Charity begins at home, as they say. If you look at Bangalore, Hyderabad and some other states which have gone ahead in that direction, they have started implementing big programs in the various government departments and created that kind of initial momentum and catalyzed the whole thing, and the industry grew there. So in a like manner, e-governance has to be given the necessary thrust here, so that it will attract the investment of private players into the state. And for this to succeed, I feel that the outcome approach is very important. All these data centers, all these technologies, all these networks are of no use unless they deliver a transaction to a person in need. How many transactions are happening? How many people are we touching every day, since morning to night, through electronic means? That is the measure of what kind of impact we are making on the society. And outcome, that is the single most important measure as far as e-governance is concerned. Rest is only detail, rest is only leading to the outcome. So my submission and request here is, let us focus on the outcomes, how many transactions in each department, cumulatively, how much is happening every day. We should be able to measure what you are able to measure, you are able to manage better. So that's one message I would like to give, which of course, to produce a transaction is not an easy, it is easy to say, but it is difficult to accomplish. We need to re-engineer our process, we need to projectize all those ideas into specific time and budget bound programs need to be implemented. And at the end of the day, it is the leadership that counts, and I am extremely thrilled and honored and privileged to see the Honorable Chief Minister himself being present here in such a conference and devoting his time and attention to this important aspect. I have no doubt that once the leadership is there, that is the single most important factor. Once the leadership is there, the rest follows. So I'm sure that an event like this, in the next 1.5 days that we are going to spend on the various aspects of this subject, including how to provide more efficient services, how to use IT in education, healthcare, and other areas. So a lot of churning will take place, and a lot of new ideas and new traction, new momentum will happen to this event. I thank Secretary IT and the government of J&K for having invited me to this inaugural session. Wish you all the best.